finally found something else than just plain rocks and dirt.
This mountain is like a giant icebox.
Storing what?
We are standing on the biggest burial mound in the world.
Tänne on haudattu jotain.
Juuso! Oota! Joulupukki on haudattu!
Welcome to Freaky Fandoms. I am Andrew, and with me is Deborah, and it is day 5 of the 12 days of Christmas.
5 golden rings!
I think you blew out the fucking mic there, Deborah. Jesus Christ. Yeah, it's 5 golden rings, everybody. We are here on our 5th day of the 12 days of Christmas, and we are going to talk about a film that I think we both like very, very much.
Yeah, it's a good little wholesome-ish movie, kind of.
Kinda, yeah.
It's more of a modern one, and it's only my second time seeing it, but I really enjoyed watching it again and rediscovering it.
Yeah, I enjoy this film a lot, too. It's a very nice film of family and growing up and coming of age and conquering all of the things that come from youth and worry and then folklore, Santa creatures in the mountains. And let's talk about it.
We watched the Finnish movie Rare Exports.
Yes. Which is, I think, a 2013 or 14 movie, something like that?
Something, or somewhere around there, yeah.
Yeah. And right now it's streaming on Amazon Prime, and it's tons of fun. So, Deborah, why don't you talk a little bit about what Rare Exports is all about?
So it starts off where you meet these 2 young kids who broke into a restricted area on a mountain that turns out is the ancient burial ground of the original real Santa Claus.
Yes.
Santa Claus gets out of his burial ground and kids start going missing and reindeer start getting eaten, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah, the characters are great. It's the majority of the film is in Finnish, and it's kind of a really cool Scandinavian film. A bunch of countries coming together to make this. I just like the folklore of it.
Yeah, how Santa was not a good thing at all. Santa is horrible and will boil children. And
It's kind of a Krampus thing, but it's also more of just Santa is kind of a deity of sorts, like a folklore creature that you kind of have to either pay sacrifice to like basically the kids go missing, and in their place are little wooden dolls with straw hair.
yeah, it's kind of self-sacrifice. It's the whole naughty and nice thing, though. It's like, if you're nice, nothing really happens to the main character kid.
Yeah, Peter,
because he's a good kid.
He is.
But all the other kids, they get fucking kidnapped because they're fucking bitches.
Yeah.
So it's like
They're smoking, they're cussing, they're not washing behind their ears.
yeah, and those are the instructions for the people who are working in the burial ground to like take them out and everything. It's like they get a new safety list. It says wash behind your ears, no cussing, no smoking, no drinking, and they have to follow it because not only is there's this Santa that's 5 stories tall, humongous giant creature. Yeah. There's also a horde of naked old men that are elves who will kill you.
Yeah, they're basically like the Santa's little helpers, or like the mall Santas, or just, Santa's help who tell him everything that he needs to know. But all of these old, I guess, they're kind of like, I don't know, not human by any means.
No.
But they're kind of Gollum, like they're kind of just...
Well, it's like they look like humans, but when they get injured, do not really feel it too much. one of them sustains a couple of what should be mortal wounds where he should be dead, and he's still alive. They don't talk. They kind of scurry around. They have this kind of gold glint in their eyes that pops up every now and again. But other than that, they look like old men.
Yeah, yeah. So, you would think that these are Santa Claus people who wear the suit and do the thing. And that kind of does tie into the end. But more than anything, it's really a film about a kid and his dad.
Yeah.
And them just trying to get through Christmas
Like,
without mom.
Going through tough times. Mom's gone. They lost all their reindeer because one of the Santa Claus elves ate all their fucking reindeer, and that's how they make a living.
It's like 300 of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. Value of $85,000, which they ask for when they confront the head of the company that's digging into the mountain.
But it's like they are dealing with some really tough times. The kid thinks it's his fault because he created the hole that in the fence that the Santas got through.
They broke through, yeah.
And he just feels bad, and it's just him trying to fix what he did and also make sure Dad's okay.
Yeah, and at the same time, he's got a little stuffed hedgehog.
Lupe!
Yeah, that he keeps on a leash and walks around with. And Peter, the main character of this movie, he's got to be like 5 or 6. Like,
no, he's a little
7?
I would say about 7.
7 or 8, maybe first grade, something like that.
Yeah, he's a little bit old. He's not like young, but he's probably like 7-ish age.
Yeah, old enough to fire a shotgun.
Well, in Scandinavia, yeah.
Yeah. That's the thing about this movie is this is like a very hardworking outdoors, like these people are herders and they are surviving the winter and living in the mountains. So there's really just a lot of that kind of focus of these people just getting by, but this whole story of folklore evil Santa creatures is kind of fucking that up for him.
Yeah. And no one, like, Peter's friends, sorry.
Yeah.
Peter's friends don't believe that's going on. They're
or
like,
whatever his name
you're a kid. Like, you're dumb. How stupid you gotta be. You still believe in Santa. And then he's like, here's proof. Here's a thing of the block of ice. Here's what Santa used to be. He's not nice. The Coca-Cola guy is a fraud.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, dude, you're stupid. And then they go missing.
I love the whole block of ice on the mountain thing. Like, it's set up very early on that there is this huge, almost The Thing, like, kind of setup.
Well, what they say happened is Santa was just, like, rampaging and boiling
stealing kids, killing.
And doing all that, because that's what he did.
Yeah.
And, like, a tribe of people were like, we gotta stop this. Our kids keep getting fucking killed. Mm-hmm. And they lured him out into the lake, and he fell through some ice.
Yeah.
And then the lake refroze, and before summer hit, they carved out the bit of ice that he was stuck in, and then put it somewhere, and then he piled rocks on top of it and turned it into a mountain.
And sawdust, and, like 65
to make
feet
like
of sawdust
to make
around
like
it.
an ice box.
Yeah, this Santa is kind of like a curled up kind of demonic creature with these massive fucking horns, which you would assume when this thing is standing up is at least like 80 feet tall.
Probably.
Just some terrifying freaking Scandinavian Norse giant Finnish creature of evil, which is great. But yeah, the whole thing, there are a lot of great moments in the movie. Some of my favorites are like the ones that take place in I think it's the butcher's room, like in the back of the house.
Yeah, it's like kind of like in their shed where they go to kill the livestock and do all that. But yeah, because one of the elves, who they don't know who it is, he's dressed up like a regular guy and has a passport that looks kind of like him, just fell through a wolf trap, and they think he's almost dead. Like, they think he's dead, so they're about to cut him up into little pieces, because they don't want to have anyone find out what happened. And then they're like, oh shit, he's still alive. And he does some weird stuff in there too. Like, he bites a guy's ear off. He bites a rod in half. He acts all creepy.
Yeah, and that's the thing too, is like as soon as he hears Peter's voice, he goes into like kill attack mode.
Yeah.
Like he has to
Or-
take the kid and then take him back to Santa.
Yeah.
Because that's what's really going on around this like mountain village.
Yeah.
There's like how many kids that get snatched in this?
It's got to be like 50 kids.
Yeah, because there's the big scene towards the end when you actually see where they've all been going.
Well, another thing is like they were like, so a guy who harvests potatoes, he's like, yeah, someone messed with my potatoes. Did they take the potatoes? No, they took just the sacks.
Yeah.
So sacks are being stolen. People's radiators and ovens are being stolen, and now kids are going missing.
Mm-hmm.
And in this huge hangar, you see Santa Claus with radiators and ovens around him, just trying to melt him down with all these kids in potato sacks, just
It's great. It is total like freaking what Drosselmeyer shit. Like,
oh yeah,
just the whole rat man snatching the kids.
the rag man.
Yeah. No, this movie it's got a lot of really fun moments. It's actually got some pretty cool visuals and theatrical elements to it. Like I like how director Jalmari Helander sort of frames his shots when he's showing us these picturesque mountainscapes and like
It's
all
beautiful.
these grand scale, set pieces. Like the evil corporate head who's in charge of the dig stands in front of the group of everyone
And
who's
you
working.
see the mountains behind him, and
It's kind of like breathtaking while we're still watching like a hardcore genre movie
Right.
about evil Christmas creatures stealing kids.
It's so imagine it this way. It's like if you got Santa Claus and Krampus and you made them the same person. That's kind of what this is.
Yeah, totally. And I like it. I think it's a great movie. I really enjoy it.
Oh no, it's a lot of fun. Like I said, it's only my second time seeing this. I know you've seen it a few times. You usually watch it when I'm at work or something.
Yeah.
But no, I enjoyed it.
Cool.
I enjoyed it.
Well, folks, this is going to be a fairly short for us today. Deborah, is there anything that you wanted to touch on for the movie before we got this one going here?
Not really. It's not as gory as some of the other ones that we have already mentioned.
Yeah.
But I think there's only one actual kill in this one too. Mm-hmm. No, there's a couple, but it's not as gory.
They're a lot off screen.
It's not as like in your face gory horror.
Yeah.
It is a little bit more tame and just more of an adventure. Mm-hmm. It's kind of like Goonies but with blood.
Yeah. Yeah.
But not a lot of blood. So
Yeah.
it works.
Yeah. This it's an R. It's one. There are some moments of violence, some fucking nudity.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Lots of
bit of
nudity.
that. There's a lot of just, good comedy between characters and really fun dialogue in the subtitles. And just overall, I think this is a good movie that if your kids can kind of stomach something a little more extreme, this is one maybe for, what do you think, the teenagers? Or when would you have wanted to watch this when you were a kid?
I would probably watch this when I was like 12.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
But that's just me.
that's, formative years. That's a
Yeah.
good time.
Like 12, 13.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But really, it's one that, I think if you can dig into some fun stuff, like maybe the old Rennie Harlan movies, like seeing just that kind of fun aesthetic, this is a good one. This is a really good one and one that I enjoy putting on during Christmas time.
Yeah. I recommend it.
All right, folks. Well, quick shout outs as always, Dark Art Society, American McGee, all the folks involved in both of those. Patrons, thank you so much again, as always, for supporting us, and we value your input every time you send it our way. So let us know if you want to hear anything more or anything that you'd like us to shout out. And Deborah, if there's something you want to end on for this quick little, what is it? 5
golden rings.
Yeah, 12 days of Christmas.
Can't believe we're doing this.
Tomorrow's
I thought this
6.
was going to be a good idea.
Yeah. Oh, we're going for it. We're doing it, folks.
I brought it up. I was like, we should totally do this. And I harped on about it. And I'm like, oh, this is fun.
Yeah. Oh, it's going to get even more fun. Because we've got some movies on the way that we're not going to be able to burn through when we get to them. We might have some full-length Freaky Fandoms episodes in this whole run. We'll see how it goes, but we want to keep it short so you folks can enjoy these each day without getting too worn out by us waxing on for
an hour
or longer.
Right.
So, everybody, thank you for tuning in. And until tomorrow, when it's 6...
Oh God.
Something bungle?
Yeah. Oh, I don't remember. I'm thinking about my macaroni.
Yeah, that's right. You do have macaroni. 6 macaronis. All right, everyone. We're Freaky Fandoms. See you tomorrow.
Rauhallista joulua.